I'm a pretty positive person when it comes to the future of Animal Crossing. I'm still frolicking around my island ready for whatever is next, whenever that may be. After all, New Horizons' massive sales have propelled the franchise into being one of Nintendo's absolute biggest, with over 40 million sales recorded not even that long ago. I mean, it's done better than Pokemon, let that sink in. Given that Nintendo is a business, it's obvious that in the future we will see a lot more Animal Crossing content. But will 2023 be the time for some of that? Well, so far Animal Crossing fans are feeling a little bit worried about the prospects for this year, especially after a Nintendo Direct without any mention of the series, which, to be fair, a lot of us kind of did expect. Now, we all have our own crazy dreams and hopes for the future that may never happen, but probably one of the most realistic next pieces of content we would receive in terms of Animal Crossing is something on Nintendo Switch Online. They've regularly been porting their older games over to Switch to incentivize people to purchase online subscriptions. It's pretty unlikely that they'd leave out Animal Crossing if the opportunity arose, as after all, it does sell incredibly well. However, in the latest Direct, it was confirmed that we would be seeing Game Boy and Game Boy Advance games on the Switch, two systems that don't have any Animal Crossing games. Well, unless you count this little interesting integration, that is. We realistically would need them to add their GameCube library to Switch in order to see the original Animal Crossing game on that system, something that wouldn't happen until the September Nintendo Direct at the very earliest, if at all. They have confirmed that they want to keep improving and expanding this service, so don't worry, it's definitely not out of the realm of possibility, but it would have been great to play some of these older Animal Crossing games throughout the spring and summer. So I'm not incredibly confident that this will happen this year, but I would certainly hope for it to, and I do think it's more realistic than, say, a totally brand new Animal Crossing game. Now, another worry that I've seen going around that didn't really occur to me before people brought this up is that we might not see a new Animal Crossing spin-off, something that would be more likely than a main game, because we've already gotten Happy Home Paradise. Now, Happy Home Paradise, of course, is a part of Animal Crossing New Horizons. It isn't a separate spin-off game, but it's hard to say whether Nintendo actually sees it that way or not. After all, Happy Home Paradise is based on Happy Home Designer almost to a T, which was the original Animal Crossing spin-off. Happy Home Paradise definitely has less content than Happy Home Designer, it definitely does, but Nintendo could still see it as a sort of de facto spin-off, and it's only been out for just over a year now, so that might be too soon for another one. We know they're not going to do any more DLC, even though I think a lot of us would really like to see that, so a spin-off is definitely more likely than something else. But if Nintendo does see Happy Home Paradise as its own spin-off, then that could delay whatever would be coming next. But on a more positive note, I do think it's worth considering that between New Leaf and New Horizons, we got 3 spin-offs, so if they can't do a separate spin-off game for New Horizons, then I would be very surprised. I do think most of us can probably agree we won't see another mainline game on the Nintendo Switch, as they tend to do one per system, but a spin-off definitely isn't out of the realm of possibility. I think another thing that's gotten people worried in terms of Animal Crossing's future is the fact that Nintendo is still heavily working on Splatoon 3's content and its updates. A lot of you probably know that the teams who work on Animal Crossing, a lot of them also work on the Splatoon franchise as well. Whilst it is true that they're probably putting a lot of focus into this game at the moment, especially coming up with new DLC and updates every few months or so, I don't think that would hinder the development of future Animal Crossing games when we consider they were working on New Horizons since 2012. In between that time, we had 2 Splatoon games come out, and I really doubt that it hindered too much, as Nintendo has pretty big teams to work on these games, so people can focus on different things. But I definitely do get people's concern with this one. So yeah, it's not my most positive video, but I tried to highlight some of the good things too, and some of the potential of things we could see in the future. Even though for a lot of us the excitement of Animal Crossing New Horizons has died down, new players are still joining every day, and I think Nintendo realizes this. I definitely do believe that the future for Animal Crossing as a franchise is bright. We're gonna see a lot more, but it's hard to say whether 2023 would be the right time for that or not. I think at this point Animal Crossing fans would take almost anything, so hopefully Nintendo is listening in some capacity. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below though. I'd love to hear what you'd like to see in the future of Animal Crossing. If you made it to the end, then be sure to comment Bob's Gang down below so I know you did. If you enjoyed, be sure to leave a like, and if you haven't already, consider subscribing and turning on notifications for more.